the key thing for me for Kansas is we've been saying Remy Martin determines the ceiling, and I don't think that that's false.
I think he's the marinara sauce.
Yeah, right. Well, guess what? It's time to get the mozzarella sticks back out of the fryer.
Fanta. You know what he is? You know what he is, Fanta? He's the gravy. I tried to explain to Tio what gravy is last night. He doesn't get it. Terrence, he's like, you mean the stuff you put on potatoes? No.
On biscuits. The stuff you put on biscuits.
Yeah, we'll do a talk on that this week in New Orleans. We'll break down different sauces. That being said, hey guys, Ochai Agbaji, you got to bring it here in New Orleans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a perfect segue. Let's talk a little bit about the Midwest. Kansas blew out Miami. They won by 26. They outscored them by 32 points in the second half. They got by the Friars. My prediction of Providence getting to the Final Four and making Jeff Goodman have to wear the Friar mascot costume did not end up working out. We're just gonna have to settle for you two idiots wearing hot dog costumes on Bourbon Street. Don't think I need to order
another one. I actually went and found it. I have it. So if you want me to order another one on Amazon and have it overnighted, Fanta, we can do it down there. Or you just want to use mine after?
Fanta's sitting here like, no, I just want them to forget that this happened.
I'll wear that bastard on the plane. I wear my losses like a man.
Do not wear that on a plane. That's whoever's sitting next to you. You're not allowed to wear that on a flight.
Dude, I will ride first coach all the way down to New Orleans in a hot dog suit, and I'll have them wondering what kind of bachelor party is this dude going to?
Wait a minute, first coach. There is no such thing as first coach. It's first class and coach.
Oh, I know what I said.
First coach.
All right. First coach is back beside the bathrooms. That's first coach, back beside the toilets. I'm riding first coach in a hot dog suit. They'll wonder what kind of Mardi Gras situation is this guy going to? Hot dog suit. I'm ready.
Anyway, Ochai Agbaji he had 18 points, 4 assists, 4 steals, 8 of 12 shooting, hit both of his threes. He finally on Sunday got it going again.
Yes, he did. He did get it going, and he played much better in the second half, and he was aggressive and getting after it. And I thought that he, for whatever reason, Providence did a nice job defensively on him. But I think that just because Martin is getting going here and playing to the level that he has been in this tournament shouldn't take away the fact that Ochai is still the centerpiece of this team, and it needs to be that way. But overarching thoughts on Kansas, guys, you guys were talking about this on the show last night about the FBI stuff with Kansas and the potential distractions and how this program's overcome that. The sense that I get at this point is Bill Self has seen so much throughout his tenure that it's almost as if his laid backness, his casual being, allows his team to just play. Mm-hmm. Allows them to just play. I just think that Self's demeanor, and he's always been that way to a degree, but I kind of got the sense when he sat down on the podium this week that he don't give a damn. He doesn't give a damn what you think of him or what people have thought of him or what people think of his program. He knows he's got the winningest program in college basketball. I don't sense that. How we talk about pressures of Duke and North Carolina. I don't get that vibe at all with Kansas. I get that vibe of, we're really good. We know it. We're going to beat you. And we don't sense that amount of stress, because I just never sensed that vibe this weekend, even though the magnifying glass was on them and the pressure was on them to get to the Final Four, because you could argue that they had the easiest pathway to get there. But I think that this team just has a great demeanor about itself. And I like the way that they ride momentum into this Final Four. They're playing the best defense they have all season long.
Yes.
And Martin has provided a really nice spark, and they have enough other shot makers. They only went 5 for 14 against Miami from beyond the three-point arc, and they won the game by 26. You know why? Because their defense is creating easy looks on offense. But
what's funny about that, Fanta? I thought they came out really tight against Miami. Like the first half against Miami, it looked like they were they felt the weight of the moment. And
Maybe.
honestly, like I think that the Elite Eight, probably there's more stress there and there's more pressure there than when you actually get to the Final Four. It's like you're trying to get to the Final Four, and once you get to the Final Four, you're playing with house money. And it felt like that's what Kansas had on their shoulders in the first half of the game. Then, in the start of the second half, there were a couple turnovers. They got a couple easy buckets. O'Shea got a couple curls going to the rim where he finished. They went on a run. They got up by 15, and then Miami was just like the wheels completely fell off. And I think they kind of realized it was done, and Kansas was able to run away at the end of it. But it felt like they felt the pressure or it seemed to me like they felt the pressure in the moment in the first half. And then they turned it on. They ran away. We talked about this last night. Remy Martin is the guy that takes them from like this plateau that they're at to the next level, right? He's the guy that gets you from that solid base that O'Shea and Dave McCormick has.
That's if O'Shea is a constant. That's if O'Shea is a constant. And he hasn't been a constant, which this tournament has been a little bit shocking, guys. Like, I thought he was always going to get 18 to 22, like something in that. And he hasn't done that the entire time. They needed Remy badly in order to get the win in the Sweet 16 round. And I just put this together while you guys were talking, but defensively, how good they were against Miami is going to help them against Villanova in the fact that, like, they had to guard Miami one-on-one. They proved they could do that. In order to limit Villanova's offense, you have to limit yourself getting in scramble situations. And what does that mean? You have to guard them one-on-one. More than anything else, you have to be able to guard one-on-one. If you're able to guard Villanova one-on-one, you're going to be able to limit rotations and things like that. If you look at some of Villanova's losses towards the beginning of the season, UCLA could guard one-on-one with their size at the time. Obviously, Villanova has done better than UCLA up to this point. Baylor could guard them one-on-one at the time. And then, you get into Big East play, different things happen, yada, yada, yada. But if you can guard one-on-one defensively and create turnovers, you're going to be able to limit a lot of what Villanova does. Colin Gillespie against Harris is going to be an interesting one. I think that's one to look out for. I bet they cross-match that one with somebody else. But I thought Kansas, because of their defense, it was like a different kind of fire. As far as pressure is concerned, I don't really know there, but at the same time, like, that halftime speech must have been nuts because those guys just took off and they started getting out and running. And even McCormick was getting out and running, and Sam Wardenberg fouling out killed them. It was just a matter of they just couldn't get anything going off the dribble because Kansas could be so physical with them.
Yeah. Hey, here's another thing. You think that Brandon Slater will guard Jalen Wilson? I'm intrigued to see that play out if that's what occurs, because I think that would be an interesting, or maybe that's Samuel. But
I was going to say, would you put Slater on Wilson?
Yeah, I'm considering Slater on Wilson. It might be Samuels, though. Not to say one, but God, if it's Slater, that Slater defensively is really, really good. Samuels is too, but I think Slater laterally could be able to hang with Wilson. Either one of them could, but I'm interested to see what Jay does there. What does Jay do from a matchup standpoint there at the 4? Because Wilson was terrific over the weekend. And he didn't even shoot the ball well.
Who would you have Samuels on, Brown?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how much I like that.
It's a weird matchup. They're just going to have to make do with Samuels.
The good thing
Wilson
is,
too, has he really shot the ball that well, Jermaine Samuels?
No, he hasn't, and he didn't shoot the ball well yesterday. But I thought he played a big role in being able to beat Providence.
All